My 2025 garden away from home plans. Let's walk around the property and talk about what I want to do this year with the gardens. This is my East Food Forest Island where we have walking onions, many different fruit trees, raspberries, blueberries, haskap, honeyberry. I don't think I have haskap, I think it's just honeyberry. Asparagus, strawberries. We planted garlic in here. We plan on seeing what survives in this space over the winter. Here is my rain garden space where I ordered a kit of plants and planted them out. We'll see what comes back next year, and we have a few seeds that I would like to direct sow in this space in hopes that they will perennialize. Here are those seeds. We have wild bergamot, hollyhock. This is a double blend. Hollyhock called Outhouse with pinks, reds, and whites. A Mexican sunflower called Torch, and a beautiful pollinator garden flower mix. This is our strawberry patch where I recently in the fall put paths in so I can actually get in here and pick without breaking my back. This is going to be the cool crop annual space. I have a specific list of cool crops that I want to grow in this area, and I will set up the beds 30 inches wide. Here are our cool crops. We have different types of broccoli, cabbages, onions. We have red and yellow onions. Our celery is Utah tall, and we also are going to put leeks in. Asian greens will also go in here, tatsoi, shijumitsa, bok choy. We have to have our garden snacks. Our shelling peas, we are growing green arrow and wando. For our carrots, we have ones for juicing, ones for storage, ones for fresh eating. Our beets is a lovely blend. One's for roasting, one's for grilling, one's for juicing. We also are growing a new crop to me this year called sugar beets. We're going to make sugar. We have some more greens, komatsuna, Swiss chard, lettuces, lacinato kale, dinosaur kale is another name for it, all the different types of lettuces. So this is a very special place called the Butterfly Garden. This is actually a memorial garden for my mother who passed away in 2024. This is a brand new space on the property that honestly I wish we would have built while she was alive for her to enjoy. It is facing the west, so you can sit at the path and the bench and watch the sunset. It was one of her favorite things to do, so we're excited to see what plants come back. These are supposed to be perennials, but you never know. I tried to read the tags the best I could. The beautiful bench here is wood harvested from my grandfather's woods. My uncle has a sawmill. My dad built the bench. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I can't wait to share more about this space when the time comes. We have a bunch of bulbs that we also planted in the ground. This is the West Food Forest Island. We're going to see if the ground cherries come back. In this food island, we are planning on doubling the space. So subscribe to see what we end up planting here in 2025. We have to have some squash for winter, of course. This is a space that we're developing. So this is a rose bush, and then the stakes in the ground are where we want to put an arbor and plant grapes and winter kiwi. And then on the other side of it, I want to put a special hydrangea. When you walk through this arbor, you're going to see the warm crop garden, which I'm going to show you the seeds in a second. The photos you're seeing on screen are all of my spring flowers that I can't wait to see. They're sprinkled all over the property, all kinds of tulips and daffodils and crocus and snowdrops and hyacinths. It's just going to look so great in the spring. Here is my cover crop that I've planted here. All right, here is the tomato round. We have all kinds of slicers and paste tomatoes, and we have cherry tomatoes. We're going to use cattle panel with T-posts for trellises to keep them spaced. We're going to set up 30-inch wide beds, in this warm crop garden space that you just saw where I had the cover crop. All kinds of different flavors for different reasons. Beefsteak is a classic. Dr. Witchy's yellow. Cherokee purple. There we go, my favorite. Beefy purple. We're going to see if it's better. San Marzano is for sauce. Peppers everywhere. We have hot, we have sweet, we have all kinds of flavors. I want to have fresh eating peppers. I want to be able to freeze peppers. I want to be able to harvest mature peppers that are red and smoke them on the grill and finish drying them in a dehydrator like the Avarsky here and make our own spices. I want to be able to make sauces. It's going to be magnificent. We're going to ferment some peppers, I imagine. There's just a huge variety of sweet to hot that we're going to grow in 2025. Of course, we have our cucumbers for different reasons. We have ones for slicing that are burpless for fresh eating. We have ones that are small babies for pickling. We have ones that are round for juicing. It's going to be amazing to have an entire row dedicated to cucumbers. I have different combinations of companion planting that I want to try with some cowpeas, with the green beans for fresh eating, with the dried beans. And I'm also going to sprinkle in all sorts of flowers that have different purposes for attracting beneficial insects and keeping bad pests away. So these are going to be all over the space in different strategic areas, all the different lovely flowers, and some of these are edible.
So this grass I'm laying on is the future home of my watermelon patch. If you want to know how we're going to keep the weeds out of the watermelon patch, subscribe and find out this summer.
I kind of feel like I need to order more watermelon, not gonna lie. Here are the varieties that we're gonna try and grow, but I think I need more to experiment with this space with our short growing season. I have under 150 days frost free to get these melons to maturity. Welcome to my wildflower area. This is magical to me. I also have zinnias in here. If you don't have a space in your yard dedicated to wildflowers, I highly encourage you to start one in 2025 because it has so much action in it with all the different insects and creatures. It's so lovely to sit and watch. It brings so much beauty. It's easy and it takes care of itself. Some of these fruit trees are by themselves instead of in a food forest, and we'll see if they survive. We have a nectarine and a pie cherry. I don't know what's going to happen. Hoping to see some elderberry flowers and elderberries form on these 4 elderberry bushes that I have. I'm not sure what to do about taking care of them, if they need a pruning, if they need fertilizing. There's a sneak peek at all the flowers I want to grow for a cut flower garden as well. Where am I putting that? To see a full breakdown of all of the cut flowers for focal and filler that I want to grow in 2025, check out my live stream, Cut Flower Seed Haul. Check out my website, shawneegrows.com, for printable downloads, including square foot gardening guides.